And I think that in the year that Coventry City has been brilliant enough to win City of Culture 2021, and with both of its universities having partnered the city's successful application, it's particularly apposite to be focusing on these questions, because it must be clear from the delivery of the award that the judges, at the very least, believe that arts and culture can regenerate and revivify an area and be good for the people of the area.
We're UK City of Culture for 2021. Anyone that was at either the Belgrade or around the city when we heard that announcement will, above all else, I think, whether you're a Coventrian, whether this is your adopted city, whether it's transitory in terms of you being in here, felt that that was absolutely a game-changing decision for the city.
First of all, the idea of universities and cities working in mutual partnership together. And I guess there is a mutual benefit of them working in collaboration. So what we're doing, we do a lot of university master plans at the moment, looking at how we can transform a state, looking at how we can make it more permeable, how we can make it more outward facing, how we can connect it to civic partners, communities, etc.
We were talking particularly that cultural identities and diversity when everyone starts rolling their eyes. Diversity is not a single issue, so I don't have one singular kind of cultural narrative. Mine is spectacularly complex though anyway. But intersectionality looks at diversity across the piece, so not just around ethnicity, gender, but around race, faith and sexuality. And I think that's not necessarily something universities are great at addressing. But when we looked at some of the issues that are facing the universities, when we talked about Michael So White, decolonising the curriculum, rates must fall. These issues are coming from students, and you're going to have, and you do have, a very intersectional student body. What that doesn't necessarily allow for is that we don't all live in a utopia where everyone is necessarily going to be accepting of other people's differences, and I think that's where university spaces need to be slightly more. They need to be challenging and change as well, and it's not necessarily just safe spaces, but maybe looking more about how we tolerate and respect kind of the diversity of values that people will have in university.
I've really enjoyed the diversity of the speakers actually, and personally speaking, they've made me think about things in a different way.
One of the big messages that has come from the last 2 days for me is that there's a section of society who feel excluded from the university. So it's how signage around the city could somehow include those people more.
As we are teaching interior architecture and architecture students and other design disciplines here, I think it would be really nice if we could open up a window for these students to also be part of this process and have a say in this and learn from that.
The future is ours. It's up to us. I say we're ahead of the curve. I say let's continue running so we remain ahead of the pack. Thank you very much.